Albuquerque, New Mexico, home to historic Route 66, chili peppers, and the largest balloon festival in the world. This culturally and historically rich city has a lot to offer to any visitor, but it's especially welcoming to travelers who come with an adventurous spirit. Thought to have been inhabited 12,000 years ago by the Anasazi Indians, Albuquerque was officially founded in 1706 as a Spanish colonial outpost. In addition to its cultural diversity, Albuquerque is a geographically diverse place as well. It's bordered by the Rio Grande to the west and the Sandia Mountains to the east. This combination of varying altitudes and features actually make Albuquerque one of the best places in the world for hot air ballooning. Every year, 750 balloons launch for 9 days straight, making for one of the most fantastic visual spectacles in the world. This is the Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta from Albuquerque, New Mexico. My name is Guad Venegas. I'm just a regular guy who likes to travel and have a good time. But when I travel, I like to hang out with a couple million of my closest friends, eat their food, drink their drink, and party like a native. I'm on a mission to see the world one festival at a time and experience firsthand what people are like when they drop their guard and start to party. This is World Party. Welcome to New Mexico. This southwestern state might be known for its spicy food, the adobe design, then of course all the alien conspiracy theories, but we're here for what's in the New Mexico sky, namely the Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta. It's the largest hot air balloon festival in the world with over 750 balloons of all different sizes and shapes shooting into the sky for 10 days straight. We're going to be your inside guide. We're going to show you how pretty much anybody can learn how to set up a balloon and go for a ride. So let's get started. The days here get started pretty early, as the first thing that you're likely to encounter in the morning of Balloon Fiesta is a massive traffic jam at 5 in the morning. As you'll see, this is but one of several oddities that we'll encounter in Albuquerque. We will also talk to zebras, go off-roading, and see balloons landing in, well, any place imaginable. But first things first, once in the park, I'm gonna start my day the traditional way, with a breakfast burrito.
Okay, so I'm in New Mexico. I'm flying a balloon, but I guess I have to try the breakfast burrito. Is it called the New Mexico breakfast burrito?
The Chavez, New Mexico breakfast burrito.
That's what it is, the Chavez breakfast burrito.
Yes.
And my friend Billy here is going to help me out, tell me all about the burrito. What's the big deal about the burrito?
Well, we got great breakfast burritos from Hatch Green Chili.
What's that?
Hatch Green Chili is basically a city here in New Mexico where they grow the green chili. And so we get it from there, peel it every single year, and get it ready for all the balloonists here.
Is it spicy?
It's kind of spicy. It actually gives a really good taste.
What else comes in the burrito?
You've got egg, green chili, cheese, and bacon.
All right, well, let's try one.
Let me go ahead and get you one. One burrito, please. All right, here you go.
Comes in aluminum foil.
Aluminum foil.
Oh, this was good. Can I just leave this on my neck for the next 5 minutes? It's really cold in New Mexico. What about their tortillas? Are these homemade?
They're not homemade. We get them every single year from the same place, but they're perfect size.
You can see there the cheese, the eggs. The chili's on the bottom. There we go.
Which case you?
I'll tell you how spicy this is. I was raised in a Mexican family eating a lot of spicy foods.
Where?
It's been a couple years.
Right there, above the queen.
Good. Not that spicy.
Not that spicy. Gives it a really good taste.
Yeah, good enough for taste.
Yep.
No, it's good chili.
Yeah.
I was expecting something with more vinegar, but no, it's good enough. Well, Billy, thanks for the breakfast burrito.
No problem. Thanks for coming by.
I could probably eat a couple of these
Sounds
in
good.
the next couple hours, so.
So come by whenever. We invite anyone to come down here and try our burritos.
All right, thanks a lot, man.
Okay, with the breakfast burrito out of the way, I need to get signed up to join a chase crew, and basically anyone who wants can come to the fiesta and sign up to help set up, launch, and then chase a balloon. To set up a balloon, first the pilot will attach the burner system to the basket. Meanwhile, the chase crew will unload the envelope and lay it out. Then an industrial strength fan will slowly inflate the balloon with the cold morning air, and then the pilot will ignite the burners and the balloon will begin to stand upright and create lift as it fills with hot air. Then all the passengers jump in the basket and it is time for takeoff. We signed up to help a corporate pilot who flies a balloon year-round worldwide. His name is Michael Bloom and he works for Beamster Cheese.
The balloon is actually new this year. We picked it up in March, and today I hit 50 hours on it. So to give you an idea, probably 4 or 5 times a month at least. It usually goes in spurts. You'll go and visit a customer, and you'll fly 5 days in a row, sometimes morning at sunrise, and then in the evening at sunset. That's when the winds are best. And you can also tether sometimes. It's great, people shopping in a store or passing by on an interstate, they come by and see the balloon tethered, and it's great for publicity. And I travel about 6 months out of the year total. The balloon is with me a lot. I recently found somebody to drive the balloon from location to location, so it makes it a little easier to have a full-time crew. I've always wanted to do things differently. I guess that's why I work for a cheese company.
As the balloon pilot begins the flight, the chase crew jumps into action. The first obstacle is to get out of the park. There are 749 other chase crews trying to get out on the same road, as well as tens of thousands of spectators. Then it's just a matter of staying in communication with the pilot and anticipating how to navigate the roads to get to where the balloon will most likely land. When we come back, the chase is on. We follow Mike and his balloon over Albuquerque, and after that, it's my turn to go up. I'm in hot pursuit of the Beamster cheese balloon in our SUV, and we're following the Beamster van.
And this is really crazy because there's balloons all over the place, and they're just landing everywhere. There's 3 guys that look like they're about to land in that field over there. There's another guy landing in the parking lot out there. I saw a guy who landed in the backyard. People will stop in their cars and they'll try to help them out in case the crew isn't there. We might be a little late for the balloon, so hopefully we'll be there when he hits the ground. And when he does, we'll hold on to the balloon. We'll make sure that he sits on the ground. And then after that, we're gonna help him break down the balloon, put it all away. So let's do it. Just pull it right here. Let me get it right here. All right. See you guys in a bit.
Preview.
To assist with the chase crew, we help Mike lay out the balloon and deflate it. Then it needs to be folded up and repacked. It sounds simple, but it can take a while. Fortunately, here in Albuquerque, everyone's willing to help and knows what to do. I get the feeling most people here have done this before. So to pack this rig up, we have to get all of the air out of the balloon and fold it up into its back. Despite how graceful and lightweight they might seem when they're flying, the bag with the envelope inside weighs about 250 pounds.
Preview. Preview.
If you've never been to the Fiesta, it might be a little overwhelming having 750 balloons, large crowds, traffic, people partying, because it's a whole festival going on at 6:30 in the morning. So with everything going on, the balloons inflating and launching a lot faster than you might expect, you might get confused. So here's what you have to look for. The balloons launch in waves, and there are a lot of ropes involved in getting all these balloons off, so you want to be mindful of that and not get in the way. There are a few beer gardens on site, and they open early. It's kind of weird seeing people drink this early in the morning. Traffic gets really bad as it can take up to an hour just to get into the park. Also, while driving around town, look out for hot air balloons landing. Pilots will literally land in any open space if they can. Considering there are 750 balloons jockeying for landing areas, you will definitely see them landing in parking lots, dirt lots, construction zones, and even on the side of the road.
Also, one tradition at Balloon Fiesta is card and pin trading. Every balloon has a trading card with a picture and some trivia of the balloon, and most have a pin of their balloon. While this is of course popular with kids, adults do get into it.
Preview.
The pin trading is just phenomenal here on the field. The pins have become currency. If you don't have cash in your pocket, you have pins, you can get anything you want on this field. And then from person to person, the trading, they'll sit down for hours and trade pins with each other. There's so many pins. There's thousands and thousands of variations of pins. It is one of the most popular things to do here at Fiesta. When the bad weather hits and the balloonists can't fly, people will trade pins. Pins is the staple, I think, of Fiesta.
I got started when I was a little kid, about 6 years old, and my parents would turn me loose and let me go talk to pilots and hand me a handful of our balloon pins to go trade with the other pilots. And it was a nice way for me to interact with the pilots and get a little souvenir of my own, and that evolved into a collection of over 20,000 pins. And so every year I'm helping kids trade pins and giving them pins to trade and trading with them and trading with the adults and trading with the pilots. Fly in the morning and trade in the afternoon.
Lastly, pay attention to the zebras. They are basically hot air balloon air traffic controllers.
Basically what we do is we help the pilots get off to a safe, coordinated launch. We go through a 2-year training program to become launch directors. There's 750 balloons out here at the Fiesta, so getting them off, making it coordinated and definitely safe is our #1 priority. We make sure that there's no overhead traffic, that it's safe for each balloon to launch. So there's 65 launch directors out here on the field that help get all 750 balloons out. It is a volunteer position. We do this for the fun. It is a very important job when we're out here, but once the job's done, it becomes a lot of fun. Everybody has fun with the stripes and their colors and taking the zebra outfits as far as possible. What makes this one so amazing is the number of balloons that are involved. Nowhere else in the world are there 750 balloons that come out for an entire week's event. Now, Albuquerque is very special with ballooning because we have what's called the Albuquerque box.
The Albuquerque box is what makes Albuquerque famous with balloonists. The box is essentially a valley wind pattern that develops under stable conditions. Basically, the air on the ground is cooled overnight and therefore becomes more dense. In the morning, as the sun rises, temperature inversion occurs, separating the warmer air from the cooler. Like oil and vinegar, this warmer air will flow north and the cooler air flows south, away from the Rio Grande. Essentially, what all of this means is that at takeoff, under box conditions, a balloon will fly one way, and as it increases in altitude, it will come back the other way. A skilled pilot should be able to land very close to where he or she took off by changing altitude to ride the different wind currents. Here you can see the balloons in the foreground are flying in one direction, while the balloons in the background, which are at a higher altitude, are flying in the opposite direction.
Preview.
Okay, so it's 10 a.m. and all the balloons have taken off and landed somewhere else around town, which means we have a big window of time to go around and do something else.
On the weekends, there is some afternoon entertainment, and there's also the Hot Air Balloon Museum on the north end of the park that opens at 5 a.m. during the fiesta. Inside, you can see some crazy-looking capsules from world record attempts and learn all about the history of hot air balloons. The hot air balloon was invented by the Montgolfier brothers, Jacques Etienne and Joseph. Joseph got the idea by watching his laundry billow up while drying over a fire. After conducting some experiments and tests, the brothers decided to take their invention public by making a giant hot air balloon held together with 1,800 buttons. On June 4th, 1783, they flew this craft in a public demonstration in their hometown of Annonay, France. After that success, they constructed an even bigger balloon with the help of Jean-Baptiste Rebellion. However, there was some concern about the safety of air travel, so on September 19, 1783, a chicken, a duck, and a sheep were launched before a huge crowd at the Palace of Versailles. The flight lasted approximately 8 minutes, and everyone survived.
The balloon park isn't the only place where we can do cool stuff. There's lots of great things you can check out in Albuquerque.
We stopped in Segway, New Mexico to do an off-road session.
Okay, so we are at Segway, New Mexico. I'm all ready to go for my Segway ride. Sean's gonna be my guide, show me everything I need to know about Segways. What's the first thing I need to know about Segways?
Just basically, the first thing you need to know about Segways is how to ride it, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to teach you how to ride a Segway out here, and
You know, a Segway doesn't look too exciting when you see somebody going down the sidewalk, but my understanding is we're going to be doing some off-road Segway, or
Yeah,
what do you call it?
today
Segway
we
Extreme?
have scheduled an adventure tour where we're going to teach you guys how to ride some of the off-road models, and they got the big knobby tires on them. And
Okay, not too bad, and we're going to be going through like a forest, or what,
Yep,
what's the terrain like?
Where we're going on the Segways today off-road is down by the Rio Grande. There's some mountain bike trails that carve in throughout the bosque down there. And
All right, well, let's go for a ride, and then
yeah.
we'll see how it feels to be on a Segway. All right.
Preview. 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 Preview.
So, before I get to go up for my ride, we need to set up the balloon. Fortunately, I already have some experience with this. Our pilot Dean ignites the burners and starts to stand up our balloon.
Preview.
Although the mornings in New Mexico are extremely cold, it's well worth the freezing temperatures and getting up early to go up in the sky and enjoy the amazing view of hundreds of balloons flying all around, making it a picture-perfect moment. Not to mention the beauty of the Rio Grande under us. All of this make flying in a balloon one of the most peaceful experiences a person can have. I think we would expect things to be a lot faster or bumpier, but that's not the case. It's pretty calm. This is one experience anyone of any age can enjoy. Our pilot did bring some excitement to the trip with a splash and dash over the Rio Grande. So how does this all work?
As far as the envelope goes, there's a parachute valve in the top or some type of vent line and deflation port in the balloon. That's basically seated up there. Different balloons have different mechanisms, but the general idea is it's seated up there by the heat. And if we want to come down, we basically either let it cool, which will, it won't take too long, or it'll start coming down. So we need to consistently burn to maintain our altitude, maintain our descent, or maintain our climb, whatever we're doing.
How do you navigate?
I guess the piloting of hot air balloons, or the art of it, however you want to look at it, is the ability to navigate with the winds that are out there. And how you navigate is by changing altitudes to catch different wind currents.
So how much control do you actually have?
If at every altitude the winds are going one direction, and that's the way you're going, and you just need to wait for a nice landing spot. So you kind of take what the weather gives you.
How do the burners work?
We have double redundancy on the burners. There's two separate burners, two separate fuel systems for a little bit of backup there. And these really proven to be more reliable than my gas grill. Actually, I've never ever had any flame outs on any of my burners.
Okay, so we landed fast and our basket tipped over. It knocked the battery off the camera, so we lost the crash footage. But we all crawled out just fine. Now we have to pack this thing up, and fortunately, I already have some experience in that. Our chase crew was right on the money in getting to us just as we landed, and they'll help us pack up the balloon.
Don't move yet. Here we go. Keep moving it back. It's all the way back. Go. Don't move yet. Don't move yet. Go behind me.
After a successful flight and landing, it's tradition to have a champagne toast and recite the balloonist prayer.
Celebration.
Oh, no.
I was already getting ready for that.
See if he catches some of the free balloons.
You can't tell me after.
That's what it was. Balloonist prayer, the way it goes is
The winds have welcomed you with softness. The sun has blessed you with its warm hands. You have flown so high and so well that God has joined you in your laughter and set you gently back into the loving arms of Mother Earth.
cheers. Hope you enjoyed it.
Salud.
That's it from the Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta, and we'll leave you with the balloon glow.